the African CDC came out with a statement that this represented a regional biothreat. And I think that's credible. The WHO seized on that, and Tedros, convened his select hand-picked advisory committee, and they decided that based on this, and you remember there was a moment where the press was just breathless. This is spreading to Europe. It's outside of Africa. We're all going to die. Okay, this is fear porn. It is psychological bioterrorism. It is disaster cronyism, and all of the usual players in the literature around stock market investing started coming up with these profiles. These are the companies to invest in, and this is their ticker and their call sign, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, it was so transparent. So I called that out. But my take on this is that there was a confluence of interests with Tedros, WHO, international health regulations, pandemic treaty, the narrative that they tried to promote about bird flu being such a biologic threat collapsed. The COVID crisis narrative has largely collapsed. And they needed some other weaponized fear object involving infectious disease. And smallpox was kind of the best they had. And so they pulled it out of the drawer and said, well, this is an international threat. What they don't realize, people don't recognize when WHO makes those statements, those determinations, there is a structural cascade of consequences that flows all the way. Within a day, I received a letter from my licensing board in Maryland advising me about monkeypox and about how to handle monkeypox and how to diagnose monkeypox. Okay, there are no cases in the United States. The only case in Europe is imported. It was somebody who caught monkeypox when he was in the DRC, and then he went to Sweden and he got diagnosed. Oh my God, now it's in Europe. Okay, and this is all entirely consistent with this business model. What else do you call it?
Yeah.
And it's in the weaponization of fear of infectious disease, what I call psychological bioterrorism, for other motives, other purposes. And it is, what is being promoted is truly existential fear.
Okay.
Which is one of the most powerful motivators known to man. The fear that you are going to die and your loved ones are going to die because of this vague, unknown threat that is being overstated by people who are stakeholders in the outcome of promoting this fear.
Yeah.
And I argue that is fundamentally immoral. That people who engage in psychological bioterrorism, and that's why I've tried to push the term, is because I think it gets into your brain. You can kind of comprehend what's behind this. Psychological bioterrorism is actually, Kozlov makes the case, the financial impact is 10 to 100 times greater than the actual documented financial impacts of prior actual bioterrorism events, like happened in the subways in Japan or the anthrax letters in the United States. The impact in terms of disruption of society and financial consequences of psychological bioterrorism is enormous.
Okay.
It is a gift that keeps on giving. And there is this standardized process for deployment. And I argue, as somebody who's really sensitive about censorship lately for some reason, it's not that we need to prevent these people from being able to speak their piece. But I think they need to be shunned. We need to, when they come out with this stuff, we need to call them out. And the politicians that buy into it need to be called out. And here's the kicker on this. I assert that psychological bioterrorism targets include the major politicians. I assert that Ursula von der Leyen acted out of fear, out of intimidation, with her massive, and by the way, they've authorized massive monkeypox purchases also and bird flu purchases. Okay, these politicians are basically pharma or whomever is promoting these narratives, Tedros or whoever, is holding a gun to their head and saying, I'm going to spin up so much fear in your population that you cannot sustain your position as a politician unless you respond to this fear.
Wow. Okay.
And the only way that you can respond to this fear and allay the fear of the population is you have to buy our product or buy into whatever our widget is, our solution.
Wow. Okay.
You have no other choice.
Okay. Wow.
I think that the target of a lot of this stuff is actually the political caste.
Okay. Yeah. Robert, we're going to have you back, and I want to go deep on this because my mind's kind of getting blown a bit here. The book is called War, Enforcing the New World Order. Robert, can you tell us, first of all, how people can pre-order it? Is that possible yet? Second of all, how they follow you on X, and third of all, your Substack.
So X is at RW Malone MD. I managed to capture that one early on, and I'm a blue check. But I am shadow banned. I tracked down the reason for my shadow banning is it's considered to be a spam account. That's how it's been identified.
Okay.
So be that as it may, the book, I'm embarrassed to say the only place I can point you to is Amazon, for all the reasons that are self-evident, not the least of which is surveillance capitalism. But Amazon, you have to go PSYWAR and Malone, and that'll pop it. And you can pre-order it now. It's at a 10% discount. The audiobook isn't up yet because I haven't finished recording it. I'm about 2/3 of the way through.
Nice.
And so hopefully we'll have that up about the same time that the other one starts shipping, which is October 8th.
Okay.
Technically. Now, there's often a delay in the UK and in Australia and New Zealand from the official US release date in Amazon. So be a little bit patient. And thank you all that for your pre-orders. What that does is on the first days of the disbursement, there's a wave of shipped orders, and it pops the book up on the bestseller list, which has its own ecosystem.
Nice.
So thanks to those that are pre-ordering. And we have had to switch our Substack, and it has to do with the X algorithms, so that it's now coming out under the URL malone.news. Okay, so it's still Who is Robert Malone. You can still find it if you go Who is Robert Malone Substack. Well, it's hard if you use Google, but malone.news is now, it kind of gets through the algorithm on Twitter, on X, which is anything that says Substack on X is the kiss of death.
It's blocked. Okay, so malone.news for that. Okay, excellent. Robert, this was my favorite discussion with you somehow. You seem to be kind of a super energized person, and I like you on the attack. So let's definitely have you back, and we'll go deep into War, Enforcing the New World Order. We'll have a pre-order link underneath this episode. Follow this man. The Substack's amazing. I've seen him and Jill cranking this thing out here on my sofa, and it's incredible. And also follow you on X. That's amazing as well. So Robert, thanks so much. This has been epic, and I look forward to having you back on to go deeper on the book.
Thanks, Brian. It's always my pleasure, and I aspire to be everything that you are.
And vice versa. Thank you, Robert. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Follow this man. We'll see you next time on London Real. Bye.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.
Hi, it's Brian Rose from London Real. You probably know that we've just recently been re-platformed on YouTube after 25 months completely in the dark. The truth is, I really need your help. What I really need you to do is click on that subscribe button right now, like this video, and maybe even leave a comment or share the link with friends. We're really fighting against an algorithm that's tried to keep us quiet for so long. And the more subscribers we have, the more people watch our content, the better guests we can bring you, the better content, and we can continue transforming lives. We've been doing this for 14 years now. I want to do this for another 14 years, but I really need your help. So click on that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, share this, and we're going to continue to bring you more and more great content. Thank you. Most people will never see this opportunity. Dubai luxury transformation projects have historically delivered 40 to 90% annual returns. That is incredible. These were once reserved only for insiders with access. I spent 15 years on Wall Street and I learned this. The biggest returns always go to the people who get the call first. Now, you finally can. We've just received a brand new project with major upside potential. Allocations move fast. Click the link, apply now, and speak to my team. This is your chance to see what others never will.